Hey, Rob, today's your payday, right? You're going to contribute a bit this month, right? Don't tell me you aren't going to give me any money for monthly expenses again, are you? I thought we were going to share cost. That's what we decided when we got married.
What? Oh, not this again. Always hit me up for money. You just changed jobs for God's sake. You make more than I do and now you want more. Give me a break. Why are women so greedy?
What are you talking about? I make like $50 more than you. And it's not about who makes more, it's about sharing expenses. We agreed on this. Have you forgotten already?
Yeah, but that means you make $600 more than me per year. That isn't peanuts, you know. $600 can buy a lot of grocery, you know.
Yeah, but like I said, $50 for then you per month? It really doesn't seem like much of a difference.
That's a huge difference. Just so there is no misunderstanding, my monthly salary is mine and mine alone to spend how I like. You got that? You make more, you handle it. You can take care of all monthly expenses. We're a married couple and we share expenses, but you make more, so you of course have to pay for it all. Logical, right? My salary is my allowance.
I really can't understand your logic, Rob. I think you need your head examined, to be honest.
Hey, Cindy. What's up, girl? Long time no see. I couldn't wait to send you a text.
Hey, is that really you, Marie? Holy crap, good to hear from you, girl. Wow, it's been like ages. How you been? Say you're here for at least a week, please.
I'm doing just great. How are you holding up, Cindy?
You sending me a line message means you're back stateside, am I right?
Yeah, still stationed over in the UK, but just back for some business. I have to return in a couple of weeks. There's a reception I have to attend here at headquarters, and then a bunch of meetings and such. They love meetings.
Yeah, tell me about it. I have like 5 meetings a day. We started putting a time limit on them because it was getting ridiculous. Hey, we can get together for dinner and a few drinks, or just meet up briefly.
Are you kidding me? Of course. I was just going to ask if you were free. Let's do it and we can eat and then have drinks afterwards. I can't wait to have some hometown cooking. I was getting sick and tired of fish and chips. I need some good old-fashioned steak and a cold draft beer. No more of that warm ale for me.
All right, you've come to the right person. I know the perfect place downtown.
Hey, Cindy, you there? Respond already! I was just downtown, so what the hell was all that about?
Give me a little time to respond, would ya? What was that?
Yeah, I saw you go into that steak and ribs place on Colton Street. What the hell was that about?
Oh, that. I was meeting with my friend Marie. You know her, my old college buddy. She's back for a few weeks from her posting in the UK. Wanted some real down-to-earth American food. Where else is there but Barney's, right? So, I took work off a bit early and had dinner and drinks with her.
You took time off from work? Are you out of your mind? You do realize that it will be deducted from your salary, right? That place isn't exactly cheap. A normal steak is like $40. I'm sure you guzzled that down with 4 or 5 beers. Oh, I get it. You're rubbing it in my face, aren't you? Why do you take pleasure in tormenting me?
Where did you get that cockamamie idea? I'm not tormenting anybody. And what are you talking about? Rubbing what in your face? Besides, I only took 3 hours off. It's part of my paid holiday. It won't affect my salary. And you seeing me go into Barney's is none of your damn business. I'm having lunch with an off friend. You sound like some old lady complaining about a dented can of soup at the grocery store, for God's sake.
An old lady complain?
You know what, Rob? Let me ask you a question in return. Your office is not exactly near Barney's, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so what? What are you getting at? Are you saying I was downtown playing around?
I know you're not in sales or marketing, so why would you see me going to Barney's, which is way downtown, and it was like 3 p.m. or so? What were you doing there?
Well, that was...
Why, Rob? Why were you there? Did you take the day off?
Yeah, just coincidence, that's all. I'm not in sales, but I do go out on occasion for various chores.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Stop acting like you're better than me. Just because you make more doesn't mean you can treat me as an inferior.
Oh my god, not this again. You never let up on that, do you? What's this irrational obsession of yours? Anyway, I'm still here at the restaurant bar with Marie. We haven't seen each other in ages, at least a year. We have a lot to talk about. Can we cut this short?
You really got nerve talking to your husband that way. It's not an irrational obsession. You make more than me, and that's a fact. There's no denying it. Anyway, you got your priorities all screwed up. You should be giving your husband priority. I'm the one that's the pillar of this household, for God's sake. Hey, Cindy, did you just cut me off? I can't believe you. I wasn't finished.
Hey, Cindy, thanks for today. That steak really hit the spot. I forgot how juicy they were. It was way better than I expected. I had so much fun hearing all those stories. Really brought back a lot of good memories, huh?
Yeah, I had a blast too. And your stories of life in the UK? I envy you, Marie. I wish I could run off to a foreign country about now.
Oh, yeah? Well, you're welcome to visit anytime. Hey, about that, did you work it out with him? You seemed kind of upset when we first got there.
Huh? Work what out?
Your husband. He was sending you messages. Was he pissed about something? Rob, right? I only met him once or twice. He seemed like the quiet type in my opinion, but when you were texting him, you looked like you were about to strangle someone. What was that about?
Oh, that. Yeah. Did I really look that frustrated? I really should be careful, huh? It gets on my nerves sometimes.
Don't tell me it's about your salary. The recent increase you told me about. Have you even told him about your latest pay raise? You said it was a pretty major increase. You probably deserve it knowing how hard you work.
Yeah, well, as I mentioned earlier, he's sort of irritable now, so I'm looking for the right time. I say something now, especially about a pay hike, he would bite my head off.
Really? I thought he'd be overjoyed. I know it's a private matter between husband and wife. I really shouldn't interfere, but feel free to contact me anytime if you need someone to talk to. I'll help any way I can. I'm here for the next 2 weeks, so I'm here for you.
Thanks, Marie. That makes me feel a whole lot better.
Hey, Cindy, are you there? Pick up if you are. Sorry to contact you so early. Can we talk? This might be important.
Hey, Marie, what's all the rush? Something wrong? Are you in some kind of trouble?
No, nothing like that. It's about you. Did your husband come home last night?
About me? Really? Rob? No, he didn't come home. Said he drank too much with his friend from work. Didn't want to waste money on a cab or Uber, so he said he was staying at a coworker's place. I think he lives downtown somewhere.
Oh, yeah? I didn't think he was a responsible type that would bother to call in.
What's the matter? Your trouble at work or something related to what we talked about yesterday? What's up?
No, nothing like that. I'm set up in a hotel for the next couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, right. Of course you are. At the Arthurian Hotel not far from your office, as I recall. Nice hotel, by the way.
Yeah, it is kind of nice. Not sure how to say this, so I'm just gonna say it. I saw your husband.
Pardon me?
There's a restaurant on the first floor of this hotel. Pretty nice Italian place. I saw him walking with this young girl hanging on his arm.
Wait, back up. You saw Rob with a girl? Am I hearing you right? Are you sure it was Rob?
Yep, I'm sure that was him. And I think he stayed overnight with her at this hotel. I saw him return his key at the front desk. It was just so sudden that I didn't have time to snap a photo with my phone, but I'm 100% positive that it was your husband.
I see. At a hotel with a girl, huh? Did you recognize the girl?
No, nobody I know. I'm really sorry to spring this on you all of a sudden. I wasn't sure if I should or not. I just sent you a line text out of impulse. I wasn't sure what to say and I had no concrete evidence like a photo. But I just had to tell you while it was still fresh in my mind, I guess. Kinda disorganized, I know.
Don't worry about it. I sort of had a funny feeling about it for some time. Figured he was seeing someone. Maybe it's that wife's intuition or something, I suppose. He was acting kind of weird. You know what? I'm actually relieved that you told me.
Yeah? I'm glad you feel that way. I hope I wasn't out of line or anything. Just seemed worse if I kept my mouth shut. Hold it a second, Cindy. They're still here.
Are you serious? They're still hanging around?
Just a second. Let me go over there and get a better look. Yeah, they're sitting down in the hotel lounge.
He said he was going to work as usual today.
Seems like he took both yesterday and today off from work. They seem to be talking about staying a couple of more nights.
You're kidding me, right? How could he even afford the place?
I can't hear all that well, but she said she's been staying for about a month already. Apparently, Rob is footing the bill. Yeah, she's thanking him for paying. Touching his hand real intimate like, sorry. There, I can hear better right here. Evidently, she got evicted from her apartment and he's currently looking for a place to live. Your husband said he's going to find her a place and pay the deposit and the monthly rent from now on.
I'm surprised you can hear all that. Where the hell are you anyway?
Well, I'm sitting right behind them, but with my back turned to them. It's like they're talking directly to me. I can hear every friggin' word now. I really should be recording all this.
You're not serious. If he recognizes you, he'll flip out.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while, but he may recognize me, so I'm trying not to turn toward him the best I can. I've got my reading glasses on, and I just dyed my hair brown before leaving the UK, so maybe I'll be okay.
I'm really sorry to put you through this. It's like I hired you to follow him or something, huh?
Don't worry about it. It's actually kind of thrilling. But that aside, do you know that this hotel's at a minimum $200 a night for a single room?
$200 for a single? Must be twice that for a double. Are you sure?
I'm here in business, so the company pays for everything, so I have nothing to worry about. But if she's staying for the past month, that means he's paying at least $6,000 already.
If you add weekends, it's probably even more per night.
Yeah, you got that right. And I'll bet you anything they are emptying the fridge every night. They're planning to stay a few more nights so you can add another $2,000 or so to that.
That's like 3 or 4 months of his salary. How's he going to pay for it? Does he have some sort of secret stash?
You're forgetting his pledge to pay her deposit and rent for the foreseeable future, according to him. Not to mention taking her out to dinner and drinks and God knows what else. She seems to be dressed pretty nicely in that handbag. That's over $1,000 for sure. It's a Louis whatever.
Now I see why he won't or maybe can't share home expenses. Is that what he's using it all on? I'll do a little checking on my own too. I'll ask around. I know a few people at his office.
And one more point, might be kind of important. I recommend that you check your own bank account. Make sure he's not dipping into your savings.
Huh? He wouldn't do that. I don't think he knows my password. But yeah, you're right.
Oh, wait. I think they're returning to their room. They're headed toward the elevator. I'm gonna follow them up and check which room they're staying in. This is getting kind of exciting. I feel like a spy or something. I'll send you the room number once I get it. Maybe it'll come in handy. I don't know.
Just be careful, Marie. Don't let them see you. Hey, Rob, you there? Pick up if you can. This won't take long. You said you went straight to your office after spending the night at your coworker's place, right? Your coworker lives downtown, you said.
Yeah, that's right. I never said he lived downtown, just a co-worker. What are you, checking up on me? I bet you think I'm having an affair or something.
You didn't text me this morning, so I was just making sure. That's all. Got a bit worried.
Oh yeah, worried, huh? You worried about me, Cindy? Oh yeah, I should have mentioned this to you earlier. We had this huge problem at the office yesterday. My staff screwed up with a client's account. I have to take care of it until it's resolved. A total hassle if you ask me. You really need better people. As that's the case, I might not be able to return for a couple of days.
Oh, really? Sounds kind of sudden.
Well, you can't very well predict this kind of thing. These things happen out of the blue. In a perfect world, this kind of thing never happens. I'm on my break now, but I'm going to be pretty busy, so I may not respond right away at times. Just so you know.
Okay. Well, I can still reach you. Can I ask you something?
Yeah, what is it?
You've been dipping into my personal savings, haven't you?
Huh? What's savings? You have a personal savings account? Figures.
You know perfectly well what I'm talking about. The money I'd saved before we got married. I told you about. I never use it. It's just for emergencies.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
When we both went to the bank to get a new cash cards, I remember you sneaking a look at my password. I even saw you writing it down in the coffee shop.
I have no idea what you're accusing me of. I was just making notes for work. You're being paranoid, Cindy.
I wasn't going to use this account. This was strictly for emergency use. I've only used it twice before, but I just checked my account at the bank and the balance has shrunk drastically the last 3 months. What the hell did you use the money for, Rob? And don't lie to me. I have proof of it right here.
What's it to you anyway? Your money is your money. We're married, or have you forgotten? I thought I made myself clear. You make money and take care of all home-related expenses.
Yeah? So?
I'm the head honcho here. Don't be insubordinate. Just do as I say. Why do I have to keep repeating myself for Pete's sake? You continue to disobey me, and I will have no other choice but to file for divorce. You don't want that, do you? If you don't want me to dump you, just work, cook, and clean the house, huh? That's all you're good for.
Are you serious? You low-life, good-for-nothing scumbag.
Excuse me? What did you just call me? That's no way to...
I'll say it again, scumbag. You took money out of the account because you needed it, huh? For what?
It was, I was only trying to...
No, I don't know. Come on, what exactly did you use it for? I want the details, you low-life jerk.
Well, let's see. What exactly did I use it for? I have to check my notes on this. There was let's see, when I couldn't get home, I needed money for a hotel.
I thought you stayed at your coworker's place. Anyway, who spends $10,000 for 1 or 2 nights at a hotel? Is Artheon that expensive?
Atherton? I never stay there. I usually use the business hotel near the office. Anyways, that was, I just needed the money. What can I say?
Needed it for what? Come on, Rob, stop beating around the bush. What'd you use the money for? That was quite a chunk of my savings. I want to know where it went.
What can I say? I used it to, it wasn't an emergency situation. What can I say?
Sandy Carlson, was it? A 28-year-old part-time worker.
Where'd you hear that? How do you even know about her?
She was assigned to your section as a part-time contract receptionist, but they apparently let her go a couple of months ago.
Why do you even know this? Who told you? Did you steal around my back and get information from the office?
She lost her job recently. That's why she was evicted from her apartment and she had nowhere to go. That's when you come in, the knight in shining armor, Rob the hero to the rescues. Since you've been having an affair with her before she was let go, you decided to put her up in that hotel for a month. Then you finally found her a little apartment downtown, and you paid the deposit in the first month's rent. And apparently every month for the foreseeable future. How can you afford that? I have no idea. To pay for all this, you withdrew money from my account. How am I doing so far? Did I miss anything?
Why the hell do you know all this? Did you hire a private investigator to check up on me? You must have, otherwise you could never know this.
Come on, Rob. I thought you were smarter than that. I used to work at the same company as you before I resigned and found a better position. Or should I say I was headhunted. But I kept a lot of my old friends, who fortunately still work there. I hear things about you all the time. Most of it not very good, to be honest.
What, you gotta be kidding me! You don't work there anymore! You have no right to pry into my work situation, all that's confidential!
According to my former co-workers, this Sarah of yours, it seems she enjoys manipulating married guys like you to her advantage. She was apparently boasting to all her friends online about how she was so much better than the wives of all these married guys. This friend showed me some of the text and boy oh boy, she was gloating about how she had you in the palm of her hand. How she could make you do anything she wanted. How could you get bamboozled by dumb little beauty queen?
I wasn't bamboozled. She was in need. I had to help her.
Whatever. All I'm doing is making myself look silly for marrying a schmuck like you. Just makes me feel so miserable. I don't know what I saw in you, Rob.
Then how about you, forgive me? We forget it ever happened. What do you say? Let's start over.
Not in a million years, you moron.
Ah, come on, Cindy, relax.
Relax? Are you really telling me to relax? You got nerve, buddy. I'm not going to relax until you are out of my life for good. Oh yeah, talk about relaxing. I'm here at the hotel right now. Along with my folks and yours. We stayed overnight. We all made reservations here. We're just down the hall, so let's have a meeting in your room, why don't we? We'll just stroll over there. Wait, what? Down the hall? What the hell are you talking about? My parents? Come on, Rob. Let us in. No use hiding. Let's talk. We knocked, but fortunately, the door was unlocked and we all made our way in. The room was quite large, definitely not a single. There were certainly no expecting us all to be standing at the foot of their bed this early in the morning. They looked totally flabbergasted. In order not to disturb the hotel guests, we all sat down and discussed the situation calmly, although I'm not sure I managed. We were able to get all the text information on their phones as evidence, even a few photos of them in the room. After that, we contacted our lawyer and he made arrangements to proceed with legal action against the two, including compensation, refund of the money used, and of course, divorce. It took a while, but it all went without a hitch. They agreed to pay the compensation. Better that dragging it through court for God knows how long. As for Rob and Sarah, they both moved into the apartment that Rob had found for her. So that was one saving grace on their part. I later learned that their rent was something like $1,600 per month. He was no longer able to dip into my bank account, so we had a hard time paying the rent, much less daily expenses. At work, he was relentlessly bombarded by gossip that he could not stand it any longer and ended up resigning. He apparently took on several part-time jobs, but that was only enough to cover the rent. Last I heard, he and Sarah were pinching their pennies to get by. I get the feeling they'll be moving out sooner than later.
Hey Christy, are you busy?
Kinda. I'm at work right now, but it's not too hectic. What's up?
I've been going through the cabinets and I can't find the milk.
The milk? I don't think your milk is in your cabinets. You use liquid milk, so the bottles must be in the fridge.
I'm not talking about my milk, dummy. I know you and my son only take powdered milk. So where is it? I can't find it in the cabinet.
What cabinet, Patty? Are you in our house?
Damn, you are so slow, aren't you? Of course I'm at your house. How else would I know that the milk isn't in your cabinet?
Well, I just wasn't expecting you today. Tristan didn't tell me you were coming.
Am I supposed to ask permission before coming to my son's house?
No, it's not that. But a heads up would have been nice. Besides, how do you even get in?
With my key. It's how I always get in. Now, where is the milk?
We ran out of milk, okay? So we're yet to restock on that. Tell me though, what do you mean by always get in?
Seriously? Why are you acting like this is the first time I'm at your house?
Hold on. You've been coming into our house while Tristan and I are at work? Why would you do that?
I don't get this. Can't I come to relax here? Or do I need to fill out paperwork and cut through red tape before I can spend time in my son's house?
That's not what I'm saying, and you know it. It's best to let us know so we can be prepared, that's all. Besides, what if something happens to you while you are alone in the house?
I don't have to explain anything to you. I guess I'll have to take these flakes like that.
Flakes? Why do you need that? You don't even like flakes.
Talking to you is like talking to a rock. Why else do you think I needed the milk? I have actually started taking flakes since the last time I came here and found nothing to eat but flakes. Anyway, since you don't have it, I'll do with something else in the kitchen.
My God. Is this why a lot of things have been going missing in my house these past few months? I should have known this when Tristan was not interested in looking for them.
I just help myself to some food when I'm around, as any normal guest would. Why are you making a big deal out of it?
It's not a big deal, but Tristan and I have been having lots of arguments over these missing items. I wanted us to set up a camera, but he refused.
Why would he agree to that? You have been quite rude since we started this chat. Tristan will hear of your nasty behavior.
Christy, why were you rude to my mom?
I was? When?
You even called her a thief. How dare you?
I didn't do that, Tristan. We had some words, that is it. I never insulted her. Why would I do that?
I knew it. You never actually liked my mom in the first place. I shouldn't be surprised by this.
What do you mean?
You've never liked her coming over to our place. It's as if you hate her. And you wonder why I don't tell you these things.
Tristan, she's your mother. I would never stop her from coming to our house. It's just that her visits are not something I look forward to. You know how bossy she can be. The other day, she tried to make me stay home from work just so I could give her a foot massage. Before that, she bought 3 blenders for her friends and charged them to my credit card without even telling me. As if that wasn't enough, she tried to make me deliver them myself to their respective destinations.
Seriously, all you know how to do is complain. My mother loves you, you know that. Why are you being so strung up? Now my mom is home by herself crying because you hurt her. Why don't you ever do as she asks?
You're not even listening to what I'm saying, are you? When it comes to your mother, you never listen to a word I say.
She's my mother, and you're the one trying to come between us.
I'm your wife, and I'm not trying to come between you guys. I'm just saying that from time to time, a heads up would be nice. I don't like being kept in the dark, and I am pretty sure that you wouldn't like it if people spent your money without your permission. Anyway, I'm more careful with my card now, so it won't happen again.
My mother is more important than your petty likes and dislikes. Honestly, I couldn't be bothered.
Yeah, that is obvious now. Can we talk about something else? When will you be coming back home?
I'll be late. Mom left the house a few minutes ago, so I have to go spend some time with her, seeing as someone made her mad for some dumb reason.
Okay, just don't stay out too late.
Whatever. Talk to you later.
Christy, are you busy? I need a favor.
What's up?
My house is getting kind of old, you know?
It is? Tristan and I were there 3 months ago, and it still looks very nice. Everything is in good shape.
Well, almost everyone in the neighborhood is renovating their houses. Compared to theirs, my house looks old and decrepit.
Those people probably have a good reason for renovating their houses. Anyway, you can slap some paint on it and it'll be as good as new.
I don't want to slap some paint on it. I want to renovate it.
Patty, renovation is a big thing and it costs a lot of money. Are you sure about this?
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I need financial assistance for this.
Okay then. Later tonight I'll have a chat with Tristan and we'll see how much we can chip in to support you.
Chip in? What do you mean by that?
I mean that we are happy to support you to the best of our ability. Between the two of us, we can raise at least a quarter of the renovation costs.
A quarter? Christy, I need you to fund the entire renovation.
Me? Where would I see such an amount of money?
Come on, I know you have it. I saw your bank statement. You have nothing less than $100,000 sitting in your account.
My bank statement? How did you even find it? I don't leave such things lying around. Did you go through my things? Why would you do that?
Don't change the subject. You're going to renovate my house for me, and that is final.
Patty, you can't make me do that. You don't even know what the money's for.
All I know is that my house will be renovated. You'll see. I'm done with this conversation.
Patty, come back. Patty.
Christy, what is this I'm hearing from my mom?
What did you hear?
Is it true you have money I don't know about? How do you have over $100,000 and you kept it from me?
Wow. So, Patty told you.
Was she supposed to keep such a thing to herself? Where did that money come from? Did you commit a crime or something?
My God. How can you think such a thing of me? That money belongs to my sister. It's her share of our inheritance and I'm the one holding on to it for her until she comes of age. From there, I pay for her tuition and you know she has a heart condition. Money for her upkeep also comes from there.
Wow.
So you see why the money can't be touched? My sister needs it.
Is this why you refuse to help out my mom when she's in need? You just have to take out only a little. Before the money runs out, we'll return it. Why is that so difficult?
No, I can't do that. From taking only a little, we'll find ourselves taking more and more until the money runs out. You know we won't be able to afford her tuition and medical expenses. So that money is going nowhere.
You're just being stubborn and selfish, you know. My mom is in a state of need and you're the only one that can help her. And yet, you refuse to do so.
Tell me, Tristan, why does she need the renovation anyway? There is nothing wrong with her house. She's only doing it because her neighbors are doing it.
Do you want my mom to be a laughingstock in her neighborhood?
I'm still not touching the money.
You'll be funding the renovation, Christy. If not, be ready to sign divorce papers.
What? Is this a threat?
I just can't be with someone who has no regard for my mom. So you do this or you and I are over.
You're really serious about this?
If you want to stay married to me, you know what to do.
Hey, Christy, love, how are you doing?
I've been holding up. What about you?
Well, I'm covered in dust and debris from head to toe, lol.
Why? Did something happen?
Well, it's the renovation I told you about. My house has been torn down and the contractors are waiting for their deposit before they begin work. So, can you send the money? Let's get the show on the road.
What money?
Are we going through this again? I don't have the time, you dummy.
I have no business with you and your renovation. It's no longer my problem. I can see Tristan is yet to tell you, but we're getting a divorce.
A divorce? Why?
So many obvious reasons. And the fact that I called his bluff.
This doesn't make any sense. You can't divorce him. What about my house? Without the deposit, these guys won't work on it.
That is not my problem, Patty. I didn't tell you to tear down your house. Right from the start, I made it clear I wasn't going to put a penny into the project.
So, what do I do now?
Well, I'll leave that to you and your son to figure out.
Christy, did you have to go and tell my mom about the divorce?
You and I are no longer together. Why are you keeping it from her?
I was giving you time to change your mind.
Change my mind? Why would I want to do that?
See, I didn't mean what I said when I threatened to divorce you. You don't have to do this. You know how these things are. Why would you take it so seriously?
Actually, the threat opened my eyes, and I saw clearly for the first time what you and your mom have been putting me through. I've had to endure so much from the two of you, and it's been draining me. It's clear you both don't value me, and the best option was to leave.
Don't say that. I value you. You know that. Come back home, please. We can talk about this.
There's nothing to talk about, Tristan. You and I are done.
Okay, but can you at least pay for the renovation? It's the least you can do. My mother's already started it. Just fund it so the workers will begin the main work.
And still, it's all about what you can get from me. Just like I told your mother, there's nothing I'll be doing to help you. You both need to figure out this problem for yourself. I'm done. Goodbye, Tristan.
You can't just leave like that. Christy!
The divorce proceedings took about 3 months to be finalized, and after that, I was able to move on with my life. I took good care of my sister and made sure she didn't lack anything that had to do with her education or medical health. Last I heard of my ex, he and his mom were living together, and I wish them the best. I focused only on building myself and growing in my career. There was always so much for me to do that it was a bit difficult for me to socialize. However, 3 years later, I fell in love with a man who loved me to the moon and back. We'll be getting married next month. I'm grateful things worked out for me.